Agenda for our session today. So first off, we'll do an overview of what the Saskatoon Industry-Education Council is and how we are connected with Prairie South School Division to offer Power Engineering 20L and 30L to the students that we work with. Jeff Bolton, the instructor from Prairie South, will go over the course overview and expectations so that students can understand what they'll be learning, how they'll be learning, and the different methods of instruction that we use in this course. And then we'll talk about how the SIEC supports students in Power Engineering 20L and 30L and the application process. So to start off, if you are new to the SIEC, we are a not-for-profit organization and we work in partnership with the 3 school divisions in and around Saskatoon, as well as the Saskatoon Tribal Council. We also work with community-based organizations, government agencies, and employers to help nurture the workforce of tomorrow. And our mandate is to provide career development and discovery opportunities for youth, educators, and career practitioners through customized programming. So this program we're going to talk to you about is a little bit different than the programming we offer at the SIEC, but it does fall under our mandate because we want to give students the opportunity to not only earn high school credits through Power Engineering, but it's also a great career exploration piece for them to discover if Power Engineering is a possible career path for them moving forward. Joining me today are Jeff Bolton, who is the instructor from Prairie South, as well as Barb Compton, and she is the project consultant, and she's the one that works diligently with SaskPower to be able to offer this program to the students. So I have a short little video that we're going to watch, which gives us an overview of the partnership between Prairie South and SaskPower.
How do we get local kids interested in power engineering as a career path? So we worked with one of the school divisions, Prairie South School Division, along with the Ministry of Education, as well as TSASC, our regulator here in Saskatchewan. And we came up with a program that put power engineering into the local high school.
And with the partnership between Prairie South School Division, SaskPower, and ourselves, it was to set up a mobile trailer for high school students to be able to learn and explore what power engineering is and walk out with an actual certification that they could use in industry right off the bat.
They're working at the plants, they're doing the tours around the plant, they're seeing what a day-to-day power engineer does. And from there, they can start to make decisions. Is this a career that they want to do? It's great for retention. Our post-secondary students go through the program, they get out and they're working, and we're seeing them thrive in industry. And we've got students that are, second-class power engineers.
So this program, I think, is very beneficial for those outside of SaskPower too, because again, it's giving a lot of students at the age that they are, where they're exploring and probably thinking they're making a decision for the rest of their lifetime, although there's lots of opportunities to relook at careers, but it gets them exposed to professions that they've probably never thought of.
Here at SaskPower, we have a great need for power engineers in our various coal and some of our natural gas facilities. Some of our locations are in places where it's very difficult to recruit power engineers. And power engineers are an in-demand profession. They have been for quite some time, and they will be for quite some time in the future.
The students learn about the whole production for steam heat in that trailer. It's a commercial grade boiler that a 5th class power engineer would work on typically, and a boiler that you would find in a small business, in a school, in an apartment complex. And there's a lot of students out there that have no idea about power engineering. And so what we want to do is we want to educate the students.
It's beneficial for the industry to have people aware of the kind of work that they do and the type of skills that they need. It's beneficial for the school divisions so that they can tailor and explore learning opportunities for the students. And more importantly, the students get the chance to know what all their future opportunities could be, for at least for the start and maybe for a long-term pathway.
Right, so that video gives us a bit of an overview of what power engineering is and the partnership between Prairie South and SaskPower. So as I've mentioned, Power Engineering 20L and 30L is a partnership between the Saskatoon Industry-Education Council and the Prairie South School Division. So we've worked with the 3 school divisions that we work with to create a partnership where they are willing to support students through the Power Engineering program so that the students can have the experience of working both at SaskPower and gaining the credits through Power Engineering. So they work throughout the school year on the online Power Engineering 20 and 30 course, and then they also attend sessions in both the mobile lab and job shadows at Queen Elizabeth Power Station. One of the benefits of this program is that students not only earn the 2 high school credits after the completion of the 20L and 30L courses, but they also have the opportunity to write the TSAS Class 5 Power Engineering exam, which Jeff will go into a little bit more detail about. But with this Class 5, students can use this certification to obtain employment and apply to take the Class 4 through an accredited post-secondary institution. So many people have no idea what power engineering is. So power engineering is a skilled worker who operates and maintains pressure equipment such as boilers, industrial refrigeration units, generators, and turbines. Power engineers work in everything from industrial factories, power plants, hospitals, pulp mills, rinks, breweries, oil refineries, and upgraders. And in short, you find power engineers everywhere you look. There are 5 classes of power engineering. The 5th class is an introductory level, and completing the 2 high school credits, the Introduction to Power Engineering 20L and 30L provides students the opportunity to explore power engineering as a career. So as we mentioned, there are 5 classes. So the 5th class is what the students can earn after completing the 2 courses and challenging the exam. They manage a boiler at a business, school, apartment complex, refrigerator plants, and such as ice rinks. All the way down to the 1st class, which would be a chief engineer in charge of the building and maintenance and repairs needed on the site. So it usually takes students many years to get to the Class 1, but we hope with the Power Engineering program, students are given the opportunity to explore this career path and see if it's something that's of interest to them. And at the SIEC, we think it's just as important for students to figure out what they don't want to do with their future. And I know we had that happen this school year. There was a student who was registered to attend Sask Polytechnic in the fall to take her Class 4 Power Engineering. And through this program, she realized it wasn't a career path for her, but she was still able to earn her 2 high school credits. And instead of going into a program at Sask Polytechnic that she wasn't interested in, she's now learned that her career path is going to take a different direction. On the other hand, we often have many students who take the Power Engineering program through Prairie South, and then they find out that this is a career path that they are interested in, and they do continue on at a higher level. So I'm now going to pass it over to Barb Compton, and she is going to discuss with us about the partnership between Prairie South and SaskPower. Barb?
Do I just have to speak? I don't.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. I was waiting for some cue on my screen. Thanks for the opportunity to support the project and this partnership between Saskatoon and Prairie South School Division. Just to give you a quick background history is SaskPower saw that there was going to be a shortage with 1st and 2nd class power engineers. And they asked themselves, what can they do to provide the opportunity for young people to explore what this career is about? And that's originally how the partnership started with Prairie South School Division. SaskPower presently employs roughly between 240 to 250 power engineers. Of that group, in the 1st and 2nd class power engineers, there's going to be roughly 90% of the people who are age 55 or older and will likely be looking for retirement soon. So they felt that starting this venture with Prairie South would provide the opportunity to educate young people and actually families around opportunities within Power Engineer, starting with the 5th class to explore, and then SaskPower works with post-secondary schools to make sure that there's a variety of locations where, for those students who are interested in pursuing this career, can have options as to where they want to continue their courses. So as Michelle had said, she explained the different levels of power engineers. SaskPower is very keenly interested in hiring 1st and 2nd class power engineers, and they've done innovative projects to try to fast track students into those pathways. They offer summer employment opportunities to earn STEAM time. They provide scholarships. They provide funding to post-secondary schools who are looking at delivering different types of courses using different modes of education. A lot of the learning is face-to-face, but there's also a lot of learning that takes place online. A blended learning model, very similar to what Prairie South offers, where you work on your theory portion online, and then you're brought in to Sask Power Plant to do a work-study project. The thing that's very unique about this high school course is it offers you an opportunity to explore regardless of geographical location. Because it's an online course, you can be located anywhere in Saskatchewan taking this class. And then the work-study component is offered at a power plant near you. And the STEAM lab is generally brought to locations that's centralized depending upon the students who are registered. So SaskPower is very supportive of this program and the opportunity to provide young people an exploration into what this pathway may look like for you. So with that being said, I'll turn it over to Jeff Bolden, who will speak to more around the innovative types of programming.
Thanks, Barb. Yeah, so I'm the instructor for the online courses. And as Michelle mentioned, there's 2 courses, one in semester 1 and one in semester 2. And what we've done is we've broken up a 5th class power engineering program, which does have a curriculum. It's delivered across Canada. And this curriculum is broken into 2 classes. And when you take semester 1's class, that's first half of power engineering. And from there, you're able to move into the 2nd course, and that's the 2nd semester. And as Michelle mentioned, you get 2 credits towards high school graduation. And from that, you'll learn a lot about power engineering, and you'll get some opportunities to spend some time in the plant and in the mobile lab. And from there, you can decide, is this something that you would like to pursue? Not only do you learn about power engineering, but you get to have some experiences with the other trades that are taking place in the power stations. So millwrights, electricians, welders, millwrights, instrument technicians, chem tech, these are all various trades that are taking place in the plants. And the very first day that you get to spend in the plant in semester 1 and in semester 2, you get a trades day. And a trades day allows you to experience hands-on what each of the trades does. So you learn a little bit about them. And everybody in the plant obviously works together towards the production of power, but everybody has their roles. And as tradespeople, you're specialized. We've had students that have gone through the program that have decided power engineering wasn't for them, but they wanted to become an industrial electrician or a welder, chem tech person that wants to work in the lab to test water, an instrument tech who focuses their time on instruments, on pumps, on valves, on a lot of electrical devices, a lot of things that measure. And of course, you can about imagine all of the various systems in a power plant. They're very busy people. And millwrights, people that are heavy duty mechanics that deal with millwright things like pumps and vibration and motors and rebuilding things. They're key to the running of the power plant as well. So it's a great program. It exposes you to these very many careers. It looks great on a resume. So even if you do decide this is a program for exploration, see if you like to try it out. We have a lot of students that have said, you know, power engineering isn't for me. I'm going to go to university into engineering, and that's a different type of engineering. But talking with students that are now in their second and third years of engineering at U of S, and the people that I'm referring to are in computer electrical as well as mechanical. So they've told me that what they've learned has been fantastic. Their talk about many of these systems in their classes, they do the math, they do the theory behind them, and they're the only ones that have actually ever experienced working on these things, where their peers beside them really have no idea. And they say it looks great on a resume. It's given them a foot in the door for summer jobs. So when you go to your summer job and on your resume is you're a 5th class power engineer, that's fantastic. Like, many students out of high school do not, hardly anybody has that on their resume. And so you're always thinking about summer jobs and opportunities to further advance your career in education. What's involved, if I can share my screen here, I'll just put this. This is our school division's virtual school website. You can see, and when you come to the very first page right here on the rotating banner, you'll see the very first thing, Pathways to Power Engineering. And if you click on that, we talk about what are the various pathways, and there's a pamphlet that you can open up and take a look at. And here we talk about all the various schools throughout Saskatchewan, the colleges, the various colleges from Estevan to Humboldt, all over the place that offer power engineering. So there's a lot of opportunities, just not in Saskatoon itself, but all over the province. So that's on our homepage. Now I'm going to show you here, if you go to About and Courses and the courses that we're offering next year, this is our virtual school. So we offer a variety of courses, but you're interested in the power engineering one. So down here, you'll see power engineering link. And this is the page that talks about the program. The video you just watched is right here. I have another video about 5th class power engineering. This is right underneath it. You can watch it. A little bit of information about what a power engineer is. The course outline for the 20 and 30L. This is what you take. Essentially, it's all about boilers, but we do talk about applied science, safety, electricity, welding, water treatment, and a big part is refrigeration. So a lot of provinces will have a red seal trade for refrigeration. In this province, it's combined with power engineering. But if you went to Ontario, you can get your trades ticket in refrigeration specifically. There's another great video, fantastic video, 2 videos right here, also produced by Sask Power, about careers in power engineering that you can watch. So a little bit about the trailer and some pictures of students either learning about welding or working with a millwright, or as I mentioned, Chemtech, as well as the mobile lab trailer. So if I open this up, this is what our trailer looks like, our mobile trailer. And you get to spend a lot of time in this trailer learning about boilers. And inside, this is what it looks like. It's a pretty small space, but you get to learn a lot about what a 5th class person would do. And you would be able to start up this boiler and take it down. So right from the start to the end, producing steam and then shutting it down, what's involved. And you get to learn that. And by the time you're done the course, you would be able to walk into this lab and start it up and take it down safely. So by reference, our virtual school.prairiesouth.ca, this is our website. And so if you ever need any information about power engineering, the program, come to this website and you'll get to learn more about it. As Michelle mentioned, there's the 5th class power engineering exam offered by TSASC. So the 2 classes give you the experience, gives you the knowledge, the skills to be able to write the 5th class exam. The 5th class exam is offered by TSASC. They are a group of people, a company that regulates power engineers in Saskatchewan. Every province has a body that regulates power engineering. Ours is called TSASC. And they do the certifications for all power engineers. So 5th class, you decide at the end of, I'll be asking questions, typically in February. Are you interested in writing your exam? do you want to become certified? You don't have to be, it's an option. And if you choose to be, well, then I get you signed up to write an exam, and you get to test to see if you know your stuff. You have to get 65% on your exam in order to pass it. And if you don't pass it the first time and you're really adamant about getting it, well, you can book in another time and then take it again. And we have had a lot of students over the years that have failed the first exam, they haven't got the 65, and they've taken the exam again and passed it. So that's the life of a power engineer. No matter what level you're at, it's okay to not get your first try at the exam. It's okay to do the second. And in some cases, we've had students even do their third try and they've been able to get it. But it's a great experience going on. A lot of our students have never had the opportunity to sit down for 3 hours and do an exam. But that gives you the certification in 5th class. And you could potentially work as a 5th class power engineer, but most of our students will go on to their 4th. And they use that experience as better understanding of what the 4th class is going to be like. And then when they write the exams, they've already had that experience as a 5th class, and they're better prepared for their 4th. But that's a choice. You don't have to do that. You can just take the 2 classes, get your credits, and be done with it. And then just have that experience and then go from there.
Thank you, Jeff and Barb, for joining us for our session today and sharing that information with us. So I have a few more items I would like to cover before we end our information session. So on the slide, you can see some very important information. So everyone always wants to know, how much will I make? So as a power engineer, you can see what the wages would be from 5th to 1st class. So that's just a little bit of information for you to consider when you are thinking about if you want to take the power engineering 20 and 30 courses and what a future as a power engineer could look like. So we've talked about what the benefits of power engineering is, but just as a little refresher, so anyone who does complete power engineering 20 and 30 will earn 2 high school credits. Because of the online learning, it is very flexible and you can fit it with your schedules, especially if you are working in a different type of block system, or if you are doing online learning, this is another online learning opportunity for you. It gives you industry training and work experience. It gives you career exploration while studying in high school. It enhances your post-secondary requirements, and it also helps to enhance your resume. So as you are looking for jobs after high school, if you have this experience on your resume, it can really help you. So anyone who is interested in applying for power engineering, there is a process you need to follow, and there's some information that you need to be aware of. So because it is online learning, you must be intrinsically motivated and organized. Because you aren't going to class every day and you don't have a teacher beside you every day guiding you, telling you what you need to do. Mr. Bolton is always there when you need help, or if you are falling behind, he may give you a little push you need, but you do need to be intrinsically motivated. Also, you will need to attend the hands-on learning experience at SaskPower and in the mobile lab. So you need to make sure that those are things that you're available for. Those normally take place on the weekend, so you need to have some flexibility in your schedule so that you can attend those sessions as well. So if you decide, yes, this is something I want to do, then you need to apply before June 10th. So there is an application you will fill out and you will submit it to me via email, and all of that information is on the application. Also, we like to know what type of student you are going into this program. So each student who does apply needs to get 2 teacher recommendation forms. And these are on our website as well, so you can get your ask a teacher who you know well and you've worked with in the past, and they can provide a recommendation so that they give us a bit of an idea of what type of student you are. So the application deadline is June the 10th, and then students will be informed the week of June the 14th if they have been accepted into the program or not. If you are accepted into the program, then you will receive a link to register online with Prairie South Virtual School, and our partnership with the school divisions we work with has allowed us to support up to 4 students per school division to take this course and have their fees covered. So it is $500 per course, but if you are accepted through our program, then your fees are covered by the school division. So here's an idea of what the application does look like. So it is a fillable PDF that you can fill it online and then submit it that way, or you can handwrite it, but please note if you do handwrite it, I do need to be able to read your information. So make sure that the information is filled out, and then because it's an application process and it can be very competitive, you will want to spend some time thinking about how you want to answer these questions and fully answering them to the best of your abilities. As I had said, you need two teacher recommendation forms, and so on your application you will let me know which teachers from which schools will be submitting on your behalf, and then here's an example of what the teacher recommendation form looks like. If you do have any more questions, if you want to find the application or the teacher recommendation forms, all of that can be found on our website. So you can use that link to find the information. Also, be sure to stay up to date with the IEC and all of our different programming we have going on, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. If you have any questions about the program, if you're not sure if this is the right fit for you, please feel free to contact me. You can email me or you can call me, and I would be happy to answer any questions you might have. So good luck, and I look forward to working with you all in the fall in Power Engineering 20 and Power Engineering 30.